Under, 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 under.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another fantastic edition of ENTV News. This morning, I'm bringing you something different. Um, like in my own opinion, I know that this Twitter ban is actually projecting Nigeria in really, really bad image and light. You see, the thing is, every day, as the Nigerian government continues to want to justify the ban on Twitter, more other things continue to, erupt, and is denting the image of the Nigerian government in the world scene. You would recall that some countries like the US, the UK, the Ireland, Canada, and even the European Union have seriously kicked against the ban on Twitter, or the suspension of Twitter, however ways you choose to put it. But you know, the thing that actually happened some few hours or a couple of hours ago is that while these envoys of the United Kingdom, the US, Ireland, Canada, and the European Union gathered to discuss with Geoffrey Oyema, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs, at his office, PHCN struck. You know what I mean by PHCN struck? That is Nepa took light, Nepa take light, the way it is said here in Nigeria. You know, um, nobody knew if actually the thing was a case of technical fault, or if it was the regular Nepa don't take light thing. But what actually happened was that midway into the meeting, the Nigerian government's meeting, which with the envoys of these countries that I mentioned, Nepa just suspended electricity. And don't forget that if there was no Twitter ban, for instance, which is putting a hold on the fundamental human right of Nigerians to speak or to air their view, that is freedom of speech, probably this embarrassment wouldn't have come to the fore. There wouldn't have been a need for a meeting that would eventually, where PHCN will strike. But guess what? This PHCN matter, that is when Nepa took the light like 5 minutes into the meeting, and for 10 minutes the light didn't come on. And journalists were there, these envoys were there. They were embarrassed. Geoffrey Oyema, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs himself, was embarrassed. He had to bury his head in shame, because the embarrassment was on an international level. It wasn't something that you say, okay, you want to begin to curry it just like the Nigerian government does. They use the media to want to bury a whole lot of things, and that's because of the fact that Twitter is exposing them every day. This is the reason why they are banning. There is nothing more. It's not about the good of the average Nigerian like you and I. No, this government is a selfish government, a government that does not want to be exposed for the fraud that it is. And that is the reason why they quickly had to ban Twitter, because this is a place where people can actually air their view. They can say it the way it is. Facebook also have its own excitement, but there is nothing like Twitter, because it takes a high class and a high level of intelligence to really be on Twitter. You understand? It's about 140 characters that you need to tweet, every tweet on 140 characters only. So it takes a bulk of intelligence. So that is why the people you see on Twitter are people who are of a high class intelligence. But you see, Facebook is an all-comers affair, and that's the reason why a lot of people who are on Twitter don't even bother coming to Facebook. Now, that is a story for another day. Now, the issue is this. For 10 minutes, while the matter of Twitter ban in Nigeria was discussed, Nepa took light. Now, does it not tell you the level of rot in this system? I heard one Adamu Garba who was claiming that Nigeria was moving forward. Guys, is it true that Nigeria is moving forward, but that we are moving at a slow pace? I grossly disagree. Because a country which at 60 is still battling with fundamental issues that, like electricity, is still a major problem in Nigeria. it's not a country that is moving forward. Electricity will solve 50%, if not more, of our problems. Most of these companies that are leaving Nigeria today, they are leaving because there is no electricity, there is no constant power supply. Now, back again to what we are talking about, the power outage that occurred at Geoffrey Onyema's office at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was around, according to the cable, I'm putting it on your screen right now. The cable was the one who exclusively, or the platform that exclusively reported. So it's not like maybe I'm just doing a fictitious story. No, it is not. The power outage actually occurred at about 1:01 p.m. And guess what? It shook everybody. Even journalists in the building were actually shouting. They were just retorting the word Naija, Naija, Naija. That was also filled the entire room. They were shouting Naija, Naija in disappointment and in shame, because these envoys are the representatives of these countries in Nigeria. This is the reason why we are not respected in the world scene, because we keep ridiculing ourselves. You know. Now, when that incident occurred, the aides of Onyema, they started to scamper. Journalists got confused because at first they didn't want them to cover the event. They only came and briefed them. You get me? But they started to scamper. They now started to open up the window blinds so that people can see, so that sunshine from outside can actually, sneak into the room. You know, they already open it so that they can. Isn't this funny? Even up until 1:05 p.m., according to the cable's report, this light thing was still there, like there was no light. For more than 10 minutes, at 1:01 was when the incident occurred, at 1:05 there was nothing. But this foreign minister, Onyema, was also in the company of Zubairu Dada, who is the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, and they struggled to hide their feelings while the situation played out. But man, forget it. There is no light, there is no light. Who has put us under this shame? It is the president and his presidency. They have refused to see the truth for what it is. They feel that the ban on social media is, or the ban of Twitter is going to solve Nigeria's problem, but far from the truth. It is not what it is. But that meeting continued. These envoys, all of them, they just sat back and watched the darkness. They were just watching. They were just watching while we embarrassed ourselves in the international scene. It was around 1:11 p.m. that the the scream of up Nepa actually happened. The bulbs went actually roared, back to life again, and a sort of relief, came up. Maybe it could be in fact, the way that report was done is nobody could confirm if it was PHCN that brought back the light, or that restored power supply, or it was an alternative power supply. This thing, like maybe if it was a generator. But come to think of it, a ministry like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, electricity could go off and for 10 minutes nothing is done. Does that not portray trouble? Does that not portray a troubled country? If that can happen in a strategic ministry like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, does it not tell you what we are suffering? The average Nigerian is suffering at their homes. Does it not tell you the rot in the system? It was after 10 minutes that the microphone came up again, and then everybody started the business of the day. So a bulk of that discussion was done without electricity, and of course it cannot be recorded. You see the embarrassment that the Buhari's administration has caused Nigerians is something that we cannot forget in a hurry. Nigerians home and abroad are ashamed of what this government is doing. Guess what is happening right now? Even with the Twitter ban, a whole lot of pastors, a whole lot of top Nigerians are already tweeting. They are bypassing the system because they want to use in fact, they are using VPN to tweet already. I'm going to bring you that detail in another video that I'm going to do. But for now, guys, if this is the first time you are watching and also listening to our podcast video, I will please beckon on you to click on the subscribe button, and then also click on the bell notification sign beside the subscribe button, so you'll be the first to get notifications whenever we post videos. Please like, share this video, comment, so that we can be seen on the YouTube space. Thank you to our returning subscribers, and thank you to our friends and family across the world who are showing us support, your views and everything. Thank you so much. From here, it's over and out.